Hello all, welcome to another session in this course. As part of this session, I am going to cover the next topic, that is logical operators, and if the time permits, I'll also cover the ternary operator in this session. So let's begin with the logical operators. Totally, there are three logical operators in JavaScript language. What are those three logical operators we have? First one is logical AND. This double ampersand symbol is nothing but the logical AND operator. The next one, this double pipe symbol, okay? Each and every symbol here is a pipe. Two pipes are there. So double pipe symbol is a logical OR operator. And the last one here is a exclamatory mark, which is nothing but a logical NOT operator. So let me explain all these three logical operators for you. So what I am going to cover in this session, I am going to cover the logical operators in JavaScript. Logical operators in JavaScript. Okay. So what are the three different logical operators we have in JavaScript? First one is logical AND operator whose symbol is double ampersand symbol. Okay. Then we have logical OR operator whose symbol is double pipe symbol. Okay. Whose symbol is double pipe symbol. Then the last one we have is a logical NOT operator whose symbol is exclamatory mark. So let me demonstrate all these three logical operators for you one by one. Okay. So before I go ahead with the practical demonstration of these three logical operators in this Visual Studio Code Editor, let me draw one table. Okay. So that you'll understand how the logical AND operator works first. Okay. So let me draw one kind of stuff like this. Just give me a second. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Here, assume that there is one thing known as variable known as A and variable known as B. And here I'll write something known as A double ampersand B. Okay. You see, this variable A and B, assume that they are holding Boolean value like true or false. Okay. What if this A is holding true? What if this A is holding true and B is holding false? In that case, how the logical AND operator will work? Logical AND operator will result in true only when both the sides of this logical AND operator are true. A should be true and B should be true. Only in that case it will be true. Remaining all cases, if either of these sides of the logical operator or one of them is false or both of them is false, the resultant is also false. Here true and false. One of the side is false. B is false. A is true but B is false. Since logical AND both should be true to become true, otherwise it is false. So here false will come. If one of the side of the operands of the operator is false, the result is false. Now what if I write false, false and true? In this case, what will happen? Since one of the side of this logical AND operator is false, the result also is false. The next one, if here is also false, okay, both the sides are false. A is false, B is false. That is both the operands of this logical AND operator are false. In that case, the result is false. Finally, Finally, if the both the sides of the logical AND operator, that is A is true and B is also true, in that case, the result is true, guys. Okay, the result is true. Okay, true, false, 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 true, false, 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 and true, only true. Only this situation it will become true. The result of this logical AND will be true only when both the operands of this logical AND, both the operands which are on the other side of this logical AND operator are true, then only true. Otherwise, every case it is false. So this is logical AND operator. What about the logical OR operator? How does this logical OR operator works? Let me draw here another box using which I am going to demonstrate the logical OR operator for you. Okay, fine. Here we have a variable with the name A, and here we have the variable with the name B, and here I'll be writing the resultant of A or B. Okay, A or B. So if A is true and B is false, so coming to the logical or operator, both the sides of the logical or operator need to be false in order to get the result as false. In all the other cases, it is true. The result is true. If one side of this logical or operator is true, automatically the result is true, guys. Okay, here true, false. The result is true. Okay, if one side of the logical or operator is true, the result is automatically true. Here false and here true. False or true. If one of the operands of this logical or operator is true, automatically the resultant of this logical or operator is true. Here, let's say true, this is true, this is also true. If both the sides of this logical or operator are true, here also the result is true. Here also the result is true. And if both the sides of this logical or operator are false, this side is false and this side is also false. In that case, false or false. The result is finally false. Okay. So both the sides of the logical OR operator are false, then only it is false, guys. In either of these cases, like one side of the logical OR operator or both the sides of the logical OR operator are true, then it is true. Okay, fine. So hope guys you understood logical AND operator and logical OR operator now. And the final one we have here in the logical operators is logical NOT operator, which is a simple operator. Let me explain the simple operator for you. Let me draw a small box because it doesn't need much cases here. So let's draw something like this, okay? And here, let's say this is A, only one variable is required, no need to have this A and B. And here I'll write down negation, okay, exclamatory mark A, okay, exclamatory mark A. So if A is true, okay, not operator of A will be opposite of true is what? False, okay? Then if A is false, then exclamatory mark A, that is a logical not operator, A is true, opposite, false, true, true, false, okay? So hope guys you understood the different logical operators in JavaScript. Now I'm going to practically demonstrate this logical operator in JavaScript for you. Okay, for that I will go to this editor and here I'll create a new file. I'll just name this as logical.js. Okay, logical.js, and here I'll write down something like console.log of true. Okay, you can also create some variables and assign some boolean values and check that, or you can do like this also, true and false. Both the sides of this logical AND operator are true, then only the result is true. If one of the side of the logical AND operator, whether it is right side or left side, is false, the result is false. So it will result in false. Both the sides should be true to get true. Otherwise, all cases it is false. So here false and logical AND true. The result is false. Then the next one, okay, both the sides are false, then also false. The next one, if the both the sides of this logical AND operator, that is left side of the logical AND operator and right side of the logical AND operator, both the okay operands are true, then only it will result in true. Okay, false, 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 true. Now let me run this code. Let me run this code, guys. Okay, let's see whether we'll get the same result or not. False, 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 true. False, 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 true. Okay, this is logical AND operator, guys. Okay, this is logical AND operator. Now I'll change this. Okay, I'll remove all these results for now. Okay, I'll just remove all these things. Instead of typing this print statements again and again, I can just modify the code a bit so that I can demonstrate the logical OR operator. I'll just remove this logical AND operator from here, and in place of that I'll provide the logical OR operator. Okay, in place of that I'll provide the logical OR operator. Here I'll remove the logical AND, provide the logical OR operator. Logical AND is replaced with logical OR operator. Okay, now let me clear it. Let me clear it and see that. So here logical OR operator is there, guys. Okay, true or false. Okay, true or false. Here coming to the logical OR operator, right? Both the sides of the logical OR operator are false, then only the result is false. Otherwise, the result is always true. If one side, it may be left side or right side, if it is true, means automatically the result is true. Okay, only when the both the sides of the logical OR operator are false, in that case only the result is false. True or false. One of the side is true, so the result is true. Okay. Then false or true. One of the side is true, so the result is true. False or false? Both are false. Here only in this case it will be false case. Remaining all cases it is true. Both the sides of the logical OR operator, if it is false, it is false. The last one, true or true. Both the sides are true, then it is going to be true. Okay. When both the sides are false, only false. Remaining all cases true. Okay. So let's run this and see whether we are getting the actual result. True, true, false, true. True, true, false, true. Okay. Which is exactly same. So this is a logical OR operator. Let me put only two print statements now. Remove all this stuff. Okay. And here I'll remove this things. Okay. So I'm going to cover the last one, that is logical NOT operator. Okay. So here not of true. Not of true means here not of false. Okay. Not operator, logical not operator of true means opposite of true is what? False. Logical not false means opposite of false is true. Okay. Like this we should get the result. Okay. Clear it and then run it. You will see that false and true will be printed, false and true will be printed. We got the exact answer as it is. Okay. Fine, guys. So, hope guys you understood what are the different logical operators we have in JavaScript. Okay. So, these are the logical operators we have in JavaScript. Okay. So, and how to use this logical operators in JavaScript, I told you just now. Okay, fine. Next one is, okay, along with these logical operators, okay, in this session, I'm also cover the last variety of operator that I'm going to cover as part of this operator session of the Java operators category of topic in the JavaScript basics is ternary operator. Okay, so apart from these arithmetic operators, relational operators, assignment operators, logical operators, ternary operators, there are many other operators, but at this point of time in JavaScript, okay, I would like to cover only these five types of operators, that is arithmetic operators, relational operators, assignment, already completed in the previous sessions, and in this current session I am covering the logical operators, and also I'll be covering now, since it is completed in this session itself, the next part that I'm going to cover as part of this session is next operator type or category type of operators I'm going to cover is ternary operator, which is the last one for this session. Okay, after that in the next session we'll move to the flow control statements, which is going to be the next topic. We'll be done with the operators completely. So the next operator that I'm going to cover here is a ternary operator. Okay, ternary operator. What is this operator, guys? Ternary operator in JavaScript. Okay, ternary operator. Okay, ternary operator in JavaScript. The symbol for this ternary operator is question mark and colon symbol. Okay, they will not be so adjacent as I've written here. Okay, there will be some gap here between the question mark and colon symbol, but just to represent, we can say question mark colon is the symbol for the ternary operator. How to use this ternary operator in JavaScript? Let me demonstrate. Okay, so let me demonstrate that practically, guys. Okay, here I'll create a new file, JavaScript file, and just name this as ternary.js. Okay, after creating that, okay, let me write like this. Okay, let a is equal to 5, okay, comma b is equal to 3. Let a is equal to 5, b is equal to 3. There are two variables I created. One of the variable is 5 and is storing 5, and another variable is storing the value 3. Now if I say a greater than b, what will be the result? If I say a greater than b, what is the result of this? Generally 5 greater than 3. 5 greater than 3 is true, right? If it is true, after this a greater than b, provide a question mark symbol. Okay. Now I'm using the ternary operator. Okay. First symbol of the ternary operator is question mark symbol. After the question mark, just give some space and give colon symbol and give some space and semicolon. Okay. Here question mark is there, colon symbol is also there. After this a greater than b, a kind of expression which either results in true or false. Okay. Here 5 and 3 are there. So 5 greater than 3, this is resulting in true. That's okay. Your question mark is there. After the question mark, I'll write here. I'll just give my name, like, okay, my name I'll give. Okay, and here I'll give, okay, like this I'll give. Okay. So this is what how we have to use this ternary operator. After the question mark, okay, colon symbol will come. On the left side of the colon symbol, one value is there. On the right side of the colon symbol, some value is there. Okay, and here I'll write down let c is equal to, let c is equal to, okay, let c is equal to the resultant of this ternary operator, that is question mark and colon symbol. Okay, either of these values should be decided and to be stored into the variable. Okay, now if I try to print the value that is stored in the variable c, what will be printed at this point of time? Let's understand. First a is 5 and b is 3, guys. So here first of all this expression you have to validate, that is 5 greater than 3, which is true. 5 is greater than 3 is which is true, guys. If it is true, Okay, if it is true, after the question mark, if it is true, okay, there is a colon symbol. If this result of this particular expression is true, which value will be selected? This value will be selected or this value will be selected after the question mark symbol. Okay. So left side of the colon symbol, this will be selected for true. Okay. If this expression is resulting in true, out of these two values which are there here, Arun Motor will be selected. Okay. Varun Dawat won't be selected. If it is the expression is resulting in true, left side of the colon symbol there is Arun Motor will be selected and stored into the variable C here. And when you print C, my name should be printed. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Ternary. Ternary.js. Okay, see, my name got printed. When I print C, the name got printed. What if I make this B as 13? Earlier B was 3, right? Now B I made it 13 intentionally. Now see the result of this A greater than B, 5 greater than 13, which is false. If it is false, what will happen? After the question mark symbol, there are two values separated by the colon symbol. The right side value of the colon symbol, that is Varun Dawat, will be taken into consideration if this expression is resulting in false value. Okay, Varun Dawat will be stored into this variable C, and when you print C, Varun Dawat will be printed. Okay, you see this time Varun Dawat got printed. It's not compulsory that every time this value to be string only. It can be anything, guys. It can be 1.2, 3.4 also. Okay. So if it is 3, what will happen? 1.2 will be printed or 3.4 will be assigned to C and printed here, okay? If this expression is true, that is 5 greater than 3 is true, means what will happen? If the condition is true, left side of the colon symbol is 1.2 will be stored into C, and when you print this, 1.2 will be printed, okay? You see 1.2 got printed. And what if I give 13 here? 5 greater than 13 is false, so right side of the colon symbol 3.4 will go and store into the C, and when you print C, that is 3.4 will be printed. These values can be anything, guys. Any type of literals you can add on the left side and right side of this colon symbol. Okay, and based on this condition, okay, based on this condition, whether it is resulting in true or false, either this value in case of true, this value in case of false will be selected and assigned, stored into the variable. And this is how we need to use this question mark and colon, which is called as ternary operator in JavaScript. So hope guys you understood what exactly is a ternary operator in JavaScript and how to use it. Okay. So with this note, guys, we are done with this logical operators and ternary operator in this session. So that's all for this session. So we are done with the operators also at the same time along with this logical and ternary operators. Whatever the operators I want to cover in this operators part at this point of time in this course, right, is done. Now in the next session we'll move on to the flow control statements in Java. So guys, that's all for this session. See you in the next session. Thank you. Bye bye.